Hello everyone and welcome back to another stream conclusion video. We just had a stream where we implemented the interaction with stones with the pickaxe, but unfortunately the stream was so laggy that I couldn't upload the VOD, so now I'm gonna make another video and just explain to you what we did and how the code looks behind that. But yeah, first of all, a big thank you to all the amazing comments under my last videos. This really helps me stay motivated, and yeah, I'm gonna jump in the game right now. Okay, if you like the game, if you like what you see, you can wishlist the game on Steam right now using the first link in the description, which would really support me a lot. But yeah, let me just show you what we did on the stream. So if I go ahead and open my inventory and select the pickaxe and the axe, in the last gameplay video you saw that you can actually already hit the trees and then you get these little item drops from them, which you can actually not collect yet. I will implement it later, but yeah, this didn't work for the stones up until now. If I go to the stone right here and aim on it, you can see that there's also this HP bar appearing, which also comes up from the trees, and if I hit them now, you can see that there's also these stone drops coming from it, and it's exactly where I look at them as well. But what is actually happening here? So if I select my pickaxe right here, it is automatically casting a ray each frame that iterates through a specific range in a specific step size along the camera's forward vector. And obviously each step we want to check what the current state of the ray is, and for that you actually need to know how the terrain is set up in the game, since the stone right here is just part of the terrain, just like the sand and the grass. So the entire terrain of the map is actually just a 2D byte array. It's not 3-dimensional. It only has the X and the Z coordinates. It doesn't have any height values, and you can see that because there are voxels with no height difference greater than 1 voxel. If I would maybe move this voxel right here up 1, then you could see through the ground because there is no voxel under it. Obviously this makes things like caves impossible to do because you don't have like the depths or the height, but it makes calculations like this quite simple. So for each step in the array, we check the height of the terrain at the ray X and Z against the Y value of the array itself. And based on that we can determine whether the ray hits the ground or not. And then I can just basically check if the type of this current tile or this current voxel I'm aiming at is grass or stone type. But let me actually show you that in the code right now. So it starts right here, where we check if the player is currently holding the pickaxe in his hand, and only then we want to cast the ray. We start off by defining the X, Y, and Z start positions, which are basically from the camera's world X, Y, and Z. That's our starting point, and the direction of the ray is calculated by the first of all step length, so the increment of the array each iteration, multiplied by the camera's forward vector. Then we calculate the overall iterations, which is the range of how long the ray should be times 1 divided by the step length. So now we just make a for loop for our desired length. We increment the ray X, Y, and Z with the dx, dy, and dz, and then get the height of the terrain right here. And to check if the ray hits the terrain, we simply hold it against each other. So if the ray Y is less than the height, we know that the ray hit the ground. And now we check if the tile we hit is actually stone. I have like a stone map for that. Now we save some variables, which we will need down here. Let me actually remove this space right here. Then we check if our index is greater than 0, because 0 in my stone map is just empty, it's not a stone. And if the index is greater than 0, it means our ray collides with a stone. And now this logic right here is pretty specific to my game. I have like an HP bar manager that I need to set when I aim on it. Then the little bar on the bottom appears, and this code right here checks if there's any HP left, so if we can still hit it. If yes, and we are at the end of our animation, we hit the HP bar and the HP bar loses its health. And also we drop the desired item, which right now is hard coded because I still need to have some method or some map where I can determine which stone we hit. So you saw that there are like light and dark rocks in the game, and obviously per biome there's also different stones. So that was it for today's video. I hope you liked it. I hope you could learn a thing or two. And as I said, you can already wishlist the game on Steam with the first link in the description. It would really support me. Consider subscribing to not miss upcoming videos. That would really mean a lot to me. Until then, have a good one, everybody.